you again, candidates. This will go to the city council as well. Mick, you get to start this one. And then it'll work down the row again, okay? A controversial issue is brought before the city council. How do you plan to talk to your constituents and find out how they would like you to vote? Or should they not, you not need to go to them to find out how they should vote because they have put it in your hands to vote for them?
Controversial issues tend to draw a crowd. That helps. So you do get to hear from the citizens on occasion. But the truth is that we've all taken positions. We've made them fairly well known to everyone. We are here to represent you. And when you cast your vote, you should know what you're getting and how we will address issues. I think the first principle that we need to think about when we're looking at a controversial issue is to make sure we take the time to consider all of the options. We study carefully what the issue is, what the impact may be on citizens, on the budget, on the employees, whatever it might be, or whoever's affected. Rushing through these kinds of things will seldom be the correct way to approach it. So from a principled standpoint, you have to take the time, you have to educate, as I just suggested, our citizens with regard to what the issue is, what we're thinking, where we're going. We have to have an open mind to solutions that might be out there. Not make up our mind prematurely, avoid arrogance, avoid the quick solution. Seldom in my life have I seen any quick fixes to anything. Things usually take time, they usually take investment, they usually take effort, and they're usually long-term in terms of the approach, the fix, the outcome, and the impact on whoever it might be that's involved in these kinds of deliberations and considerations, if those terms start to make sense to you, and collaboration. So go in with an open mind, take your time, listen to various opinions, go after the experts, study carefully, analyze the situation, and come up with a strategic solution that is both short-term and long-term, and explain those implications to everyone involved. So that's the best I can do with that. I think it is impractical to expect that we can get the citizens to tell us on an ongoing basis from 100 different individuals what their approach would be and what their thoughts would be. But we need to be able to get to those, take them into consideration, and then move and represent the community as a whole and make sure we're doing what is in the best interest of the entire community. And sometimes that has a negative impact on certain parts of our community. But the communication and the explanation and the education will help us to get there together. So whatever it takes to help us get there together is what I would be interested in promoting.
I like this question. The founding fathers, and I like those guys, Benjamin Franklin was a cool guy, and John Adams was even better. You just don't know about him. When they put the Constitution together, when they put the whole republic together, the one thing that they said is, we will not form a democracy, because a democracy instantly becomes a mobocracy. And that's what happens. That's why you elect us to be representatives of your views, and you trust us to collect all the facts and know the issues and collect all of the information to make the right decision. Because the one thing that happens in any kind of a situation is, there's a couple of words I like, but one is NIMBY. You guys hear us say that once in a while, NIMBY. Not in my backyard. Everybody wants stuff, they just don't want it in their backyard. And I had the opportunity to go through the skateboard park issue, and I hate skateboard parks, or I did. And so I got drafted to be the skateboard park meeting guy. And I took a beating, but for those of you guys that know me, I'm pretty opinionated, and I gave the beating back. And that may come back to haunt me, but I started saying I will never, never, never vote for a skateboard park because of all the stuff that I had heard. And I agreed with the NIMBY people. We don't want it here. People will die. Dogs and cats raining down from the sky, children being raped in the bathrooms. And these are things that people came up with. But what we did is we listened to what everybody had to say. We addressed all of their issues. We had made sure that our design took care of things. We collected all of the facts and addressed all of the issues. If they had a concern about their kid could get inside without needing to, we put up the right kind of fence. They were worried that it was too close to the road, too close to the parking lot where the younger kids walk. So we put it down farther away from that. We did everything we could to mitigate those concerns. Now, whether we mitigated enough, I don't know. But I can tell you the way the mobocracy went, when we held 6 community meetings, at the 2 meetings in the neighborhoods closest to the skateboard park, 70 to 100 people came. At the other 4 communities, maybe 5 or 6 people came. Now, does that mean that those other people didn't want a skateboard park? No. They all said they wanted a skateboard park, just not in my backyard. My training teaches me to collect all of the facts and look for unintended consequences of any action. And that's important. You need to gather all the information, all the facts, which the public doesn't always have, take their concerns into account, and mitigate their concerns. And as long as everybody's there, the community benefits.